Hello my internet friends, John Gibson here with I Need Examples. Today I'm going to explain how to use the merge tools available in Microsoft Excel. Presentation is very important when using Microsoft Excel to get your information across to others. The merge tool will help you move towards a more readable worksheet to help others understand the data you are presenting. The merge tool has four options available. Merge and center. This will merge all cells into a new cell. Once merged, it will center the data. Merge across. This option will merge all selected cells vertically. Merge cells. This works the same as merge and center, except the data will not be centered. Unmerge cells. After merging cells, you can split the merged cells into separate cells again. A very important rule to remember with the merge tools: when you merge multiple cells, the contents of only one cell, the upper left cell for left to right languages, or the upper right cell for right to left languages, will appear in the merged cell. The contents of the other cells that you merge will be deleted. All examples here on out will be based on left to right languages. Let's start out with the Merge and Center tool. Here is our annual sales worksheet. I've included a link to this worksheet in the description below. The data we are presenting is our company's annual sales. Although the data is legible, we would like to go the extra mile and make it even more presentable for our end user. Let's start with the annual sales title. We would like to center it between column A and column I. Click and hold the left mouse button on A and drag the cursor to I1. Cells A1 through I1 are now selected. At the top of the Excel worksheet, click on the Home menu option, locate and click on the Merge and Center tool. The annual sales title is now centered between cells A1 and I1. Now let's take a closer look at the merge we just did. When you click on the annual title cell, you will notice in the name box in the upper right side of Excel, the cell name is A1. Now if we move to the next cell in row 1, the name box shows J1. So what happened to B1 through I1? Well, they are now merged into one cell with A1, making those cells no longer available. Merge cells will take on the name and data of the first upper left cell. The previous example was based on just one row. Here's a couple of examples using multiple rows. Let's start with example 1. We want to merge these columns into one cell. Start by selecting the cell you wish to merge, in this case J7 through N9. Click on the Home menu option, find and click on Merge and Center. The cells have merged into one cell and the text in the cell is now centered. Clicking on this cell, you will see that it is taken on the cell name J7 and the data that is left in the cell is Merge and Center. This is the data and name of the first upper left cell in the group. Now let's merge some cells in one column. In example 2, we will select the cells from J11 to J19 and click on Merge and Center. The cells have become cell J12 and the text is centered in the new cell. Moving on to the next merge tool, we have Merge Across. This tool allows us to select one or more cells in one or more rows and merge only the vertical cells for each row. Let's look at example 3. We want the vertical cells in each row highlighted in blue to be merged. To do this, select cells L12 through N19. Click on Home, but instead of clicking on the option Merge and Center, click on the arrow just to the right. This will open up the Merge drop-down menu. Find and click the Merge Across option. Each row is still independent of the other, but the three cells we selected are now merged. Let's move on to the Merge Cells tool. Again, this function works exactly like Merge and Center, except it will not center the text. Instead, it will keep the alignment type of the first upper left cell to be merged. Looking back at our annual sales report, we want to make the headers a bit more legible. As you can see, each header group has a header group label in row 2, location, sales rep, order details, and order totals. But the issue is that the header group labels are only over one cell of the group. We would like for the header group label to be centered over all of the cells in the group on row 3. We know we could easily do this by selecting the cells we wish to merge and click on Merge and Center. But for this example, let's use the Merge Cells feature. Starting with the location, select the cells A2 and B2. Click on the Home menu option. Now find the Merge and Center tool. Click on the arrow just to the right. Click on Merge Cells. As you can see, the two cells are now one cell called A2. We now need to center the information in the cell. Click on the Home menu option and click on the Alignment Center option. There, now we have centered the first label group. Let's move on to the next group we wish to merge. Looking at C2, you will see the data is already centered. Select the two cells C2 and D2, click on the Home menu option, find and click the arrow next to the Merge and Center, and click on the Merge Cells. Now the cells are merged into one cell, C2, and the data is already centered. This is because merge cells will keep the alignment style of the cell after the merge has been completed. Let's finish out the group of the header cells and show the final product. Now our data headers are laid out and more presentable. The last example we will be using is the Unmerge tool. Let's use the three examples we have been using to demonstrate this tool. Starting with example 3, click on the first cell, which is L12. Click on Home, then click on the arrow next to the Merge and Center option. Find and click the unmerged cells. As you can see, the previous merged cell is now unmerged. Click on the L12 cell again and go back to the Merge option. If you click on Unmerged Cells again, nothing will happen because this cell is in its original state. Let's continue with unmerging the other cells in example 3. Select cells L13 through L19, click on Home, then click on the arrow next to the Merge and Center option. Find and click Unmerged Cells. There, the selected cells are no longer merged. Now let's move on to example 2. Select the cell J12, click on Home, then click on the arrow next to the Merge and Center option. Find and click Unmerged Cells. The cell J12 is now unmerged. If you remember, we originally merged cells J12 through J19. Each cell had text. Unmerging will not bring the text back. Once merged, the data will be removed, only leaving the first upper left cell data. Lastly, let's unmerge cell J7. Select cell J7, click on Home, then click on the arrow next to the Merge and Center option. Find and click Unmerged Cells. J7 is now at its original state, and all the cells from J7 to N9 are now independent cells. Thank you for watching. Again, this is John Gibson with I Need Examples. Please like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notification bell to stay up to date on new videos. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.